You put a lot on the line with this.
What have I put on the line?
Very high approval rating.
Yeah. You like investing?
I like investing in Bitcoin.
Yeah. So you can invest political capital in Bitcoin, can you?
Yeah, look, I think it'll work.
Of course it will.
But I don't know if the measures will be there in a year or like 10 years' time. I think it works.
I'll give you an example. The opposition parties they have been saying, oh, they're going to take away your dollars, for example. Or, oh, they're gonna force you to use Bitcoin, even if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually used that discourse for the last 3 months, right? Since we approved the Bitcoin law, till when September 7 arrived, nobody took away your dollars. Nobody forced you to download or use anything. Then September 8 came, September 9. And you don't need a year, you don't need 10 years for people to realize that this is voluntary. Nobody's taking your dollars away from you. If you want paper money, you can have it. The benefits of having, for example, if you have a business, more clients, a bank account, which you didn't have before, loans, because we're gonna loan money to micro businesses, micro loans, with very low interest rates. I mean, once we start mining and we start building schools that says this school was built with Bitcoin, right? And then your community will see your school. How much time do we need for that? 1 year. So it's not going to be 10. I mean, it's going to be 10 for real valuation, another countries, probably big ones accepting. Yeah, that's probably going to take time. But there's a lot of benefits that are going to come. Well, they came on Tuesday. There's a lot of benefits that are going to come in a week when there's more usage. There's a lot of benefits that are going to come in 3 months. And there's a lot of benefits that are coming in a year. So I don't think we have to wait 10 years to see the benefits of it. I actually think that people are already seeing the benefits. And not only the benefits, but they are also seeing that all of the things that they told them
are wrong.
Yes, they were lies, actually.
Is there some PTSD from the transition of the colony to the...
Yes, there's a lot of that, yes, because that was very, very forceful. And it was very, very damaging for the common folk. Because what Salvadorans will always say, it's that we earn money in colones and we pay in dollars.
Yeah.
So it was totally mandatory, and there was no option. And even if you pay with your colones, they would take them away and give you dollars. Mm-hmm. And that wasn't even in the law. It was just with banks and supermarkets and pharmacies, and they did because they were ordered by the government to do it. Not because it wasn't the law, but just because they would do it. So there's a lot of post-traumatic stress disorder associated with that. But it's a different government now, and there's different times, and population thinks differently. So there's a lot of that. But this is all the FUD is going to erode very quickly, at least here locally.
But I don't think they're really against Bitcoin.
No, they're not.
I think they're against you. I think if you'd have banned Bitcoin, they perhaps would have been protesting for you to make Bitcoin legal.
You're talking about the opposition.
Yeah,
yes, they're just against everything we do. But they're very easy to they haven't been successful with us, never. So I'm more afraid of the international attacks, because that type of adversary we have never had. I mean, we never fought the international banking system.
And you feel like you're fighting that now?
Well, yes. Because you can see, these huge media outlets that never cared about El Salvador before, and now they are like, every other news is about every other news that they put out is about El Salvador. So it's like, and it's not the news we're afraid of, but what's behind them. Mm-hmm. I mean, the news itself,
Look, I'm a Bitcoiner. We've lived with this FUD news for every cycle.
Yes, but you're talking about $1 trillion valuation right now market that is going to grow probably 100-fold. So I don't see it not being 100 trillion or a lot more, actually. So you're fighting fire with fire, but here for them it's like taking away a candy from a baby, right? We're a very, very small country.
Yeah.
And so I'm more afraid of them. I mean, local opposition, yeah, they're gonna, like you say, but they're like, if you see their demonstrations, they can never reach 500 people. I mean, for them, it's like their cap, right?
But they will say, because I went there and had them yell at me.
Yeah, but they were like, how much?
The first one, maybe 300. The second one, maybe 500. I wasn't at the third one. The pictures look slightly more. Some of them will say that the numbers are low because people are scared to come out. That's what some of the people said to us.
Yeah, but do you think that's true? I think that's true. Have you seen how the police react to the protest here?
They don't do it. Well, they weren't really there.
Exactly. I have been president for 2 years and 3 months. We never disperse protest. We haven't used one can of tear gas in my whole presidency, because I always will instruct them, like, please stay away from the protests. I mean, let them protest. If they paint everything, we're gonna paint later, right? Let them paint and whatever. And
do you support? So you support the idea of a protest? You want to see it? You want to understand?
Well, I don't want them to protest against me, but I really support their right to do it. Yes, of course. I don't like it, but that's the whole point.
Yeah.
I mean, if I like the protest, of course I will support them. The whole point is that they are able to protest whatever they want, wherever they want, say whatever they want, and they say pretty mean things, right?
I know.
But they have the right to say this. This is the whole point of it. I will want to have that right if I was not in government, right?
I think perhaps the arrest of Mario Gomez is what triggered some people. That's what made some people fearful.
I really knew his name after the arrest and after he was released, actually. I mean, if you really go into, he's not a famous person here.
No.
I mean, if you ask normal, common folks in the street, if you ask 100 people, how many people do you think know him? Out of 100. I'm talking about the street, not in the protest. I wouldn't even know. It's probably 0%. I mean, if you ask 100, they will probably none of them will know who it is.
Everyone in the opposition will know him.
But who you're talking about 500 people?
I think there's more. I mean, not everyone goes on the street.
Okay, yeah, probably it's 10% of the country.
Yeah.
I won't think 10% of the country knows it.
Yeah.
Because then you have to realize, then you have to ask yourself what opposition means. I mean, not voting for the president, that may be bigger, right? I mean, not voting for the president's party, it's probably a bigger chunk.
Yeah.
Last elections, 29% of the population didn't vote for our party. So it's 29, right? I would say, well, I wasn't running, so they were just voting for the candidates that presented. And 71% of the population did vote for them. So I know the numbers are bigger. But one thing is that you don't like what the government does, or you just don't support the government or the president. That doesn't mean you're an activist. I mean, if you have to know this person, I would bet anything that not 29% or 10 or 5 or even 1% of the population knows who the guy is. So it's not used. There's no use. I mean, we've never done a political arrest. I mean, I wouldn't do it. I mean, getting a person that's not famous to make him a martyr. I mean, why would you do that? I mean, it's not. It doesn't make any sense.